The darkest pit of hell is open for business.
It's so dark. Hide and seek. Where are you? Ready or not? I can hear you breathing.
We made a baby.
What? I think I would know if there was a baby.
No, not that kind of baby. The one that
Kidnaps children.
Oh, okay. Remind me why we're building her. Also, please work on your phrasing.
Well, I'm so glad you asked. Circus Baby is one of the most unique animatronics in all of FNAF. It's the 10th anniversary of Sister Location, and I thought building her from LEGO would actually suit her well and would be a fun challenge for me, given her towering scale, opening faceplates, and deadly scooper.
Oh, so you did it because you hate yourself.
Oh, absolutely, but more on that later. Anyways, in this video, we'll show off all of her features, talk about the crazy process of making her, and break down her design for all of you nerds. And stay tuned for some other fun segments.
As always, you can build our models too. A link to the instructions is in the description and pinned comment. We pride ourselves in balancing form and functionality at a reasonable scale, bringing you detailed designs that won't get you the bankruptcy ending, and come together as smooth as Michael Afton's bonus. Without any further ado, holy moly, she's thick! But wow, is she stunning. Her head, her skirt, her big ol' Christmas clappers. This is by far the largest, most detailed model we've made yet. We left no stone unturned in capturing all the detail we could. So everyone, please stay in your seats. The show will begin momentarily. Let's start with Baby's most important feature, shall we? Her pigtails! No, but that is satisfying though. Her faceplates! Each faceplate hinges open to reveal her endohead within, and they can open pretty far to recreate her iconic jump scare. If you aren't distracted by her piercing green eyes, you can even move the endomouth. The bottom and middle faceplates swing open to the sides, while the top swings up, and they all satisfyingly slot back into place. She can dance, she can sing, she can, actually, why does her backside look like a pack of Marlboros? Sorry! Baby's got a limited range of motion, but her head can swivel, arms can readjust, and her fingers can clasp around her all-important microphone. Now let me gush over her skirt. Those tight, perfect angles, the flowing hem, the way these slopes form the band at the torso's base. So good. And if we flip her over, pervert, nah, I'm just kidding. You can get a sense of how all that connects. She sits on these massive clown clappers, complete with a bell end. Then her legs are as thick and sturdy as logs. But they can splay out a click and the knees can bend so she can assume the position. Who wrote this?
Sorry.
You can open these 3 front plates, yes, her fan spins by the way, and bring out her scooper. Tilting it opens and closes a claw, letting you grab and abduct to your sick little heart's content.
I didn't agree to this.
Well, someone's gotta be the example, and it sure as hell ain't me. Obviously, much more subdued than the real mechanism, which is physically impossible to fit in here anyways, but a very fun feature nonetheless. And we included her ice cream bait to really sell the, well, you know. Because of her sheer size, she's lacking in balance and can't always hold herself up, but it's not too hard to find positions she can comfortably stay in. So yeah, there's no doubting what we've achieved on a technical level. This is clearly state-of-the-art. Alright, I'll stop quoting Sister Location for now. Did you hear the theory that Sister Location was going to be an adult entertainment facility?
Cool?
Yeah, someone really thought they'd be making innuendos and strip teasing for customers.
Cool.
Imagine oiling your piston to Circus Baby. Yuck.
MOC review time. As always, we want to shout out builders who also attempted this character. Teddy Bricks on YouTube whipped up this one. She's got a bit of a hunchback, but don't judge her. Interesting technique for the skirt. Faceplate's nice. Didn't know Ratchet from the hit movie Robots was secretly in there. And the chest opens for a scooper function. Our constant EXCALIBURtheONE on Rebrickable took a shot at a baby. Maybe I should have phrased that better. But yeah, opening faceplates, good shaping, especially her chest and her feet. Okay, I need to stop speaking. The proportions are a little off though, and those levers are perfect for her pins, but dang would they be annoying. You'd have to re-straighten them every time you handle it.
J-Stan is up next, another regular of ours. They make some great stuff, and this is no exception. She's got a great compact head and some phenomenal body shaping. Though, much like the previous, they're using levers for the pin, so it's kind of annoying. A big improvement over the previous version though. That one was... Here's a pretty good one. The head is good for the scale, proportions are reasonable, and the faceplates flower up beautifully. Simple but effective design. Looks hella fragile though.
This is far and beyond the best LEGO Baby I've seen. Besides the one we made, obviously. The detail is incredible for the size, and all 6 faceplates hinge open properly? And the stomach panel can open so you can place in the scooper or connect the ice cream hand. If you're looking for a model smaller than ours that still packs a punch, check out To My Tail Fin on Rebrickable. In fact, their whole sister location line has me impressed. But enough about those who came before. Let's find out how our baby was born. The first step is always to establish a reference. We chose Baby's excellent Help Wanted 2 model since it looks the cleanest and is the most faithful to that original sister location render. Not that it mattered too much. She has a pretty consistent design in most of the games she's in. Looking at you, Springtrap.
Now hold on there, bub. You're gonna gloss over how weird her design is? You stared at her mug for months on end, so you should know.
I've accepted it.
Why is she even called that? Circus Baby. Out of any name you could have given her. Why does she have this weird hunchback? Why does she not have ears? Why are her hands so ungodly enormous? Like, what unholy substance was Scott on when he made this character? And can I have some? I'll be in Texas.
Anyway, I booted up Studio, got my reference photos in, passed out from her sheer scale. And when I woke up, got to work. I started in March, and it only took 3 months. Yeah, delivering this baby required a lot of effort. The fun challenge I set myself up with became an exercise in how long I could go without denting in my head. It was iterate, scrap, baby, until she finally got to a place we were satisfied with. Oh, and something fun I discovered that, honestly, I wish I knew sooner. You can import 3D reference models directly into Studio. I just imported an OBJ and Part Designer, sized it, exported it, plopped it in, then set its color to transparent. Now I could directly overlay the reference in 3D space and gauge my accuracy. A little tip for all you builders out there. After wrapping the model in early June and drafting the instructions, we ordered all the parts from Bricklink. All 2016 pieces. 2016, the year sister location released. We don't slack around here, even the part count is a reference, baby. Oh my god, I was jumping for joy when I realized the part count would be just over 2,000, and I thought, no way it'll end up being 2016.
Just give him a moment.
And all I had to do was make like 2 tiny changes to get it there, and it was so satisfying, and sorry.
But that just goes to show the absolute feat it was a designer, given the care and attention we gave every detail. Speaking of care and attention, when building her ourselves, we noticed a few stability issues that held us back. Namely her pelvis, which used to be able to rotate, but I noticed the joint was way too wobbly, so we got rid of it in favor of strong cube. Max also improved the strength of her ankle joints, and made it so her hands didn't fall off, because yeah, that was also a problem. We weren't gonna release something with issues like that. You know how expensive apology videos are? I'm not going on tour.
But even after these changes, it's still 2016 pieces. Hell yeah. There's no way I let the opportunity slip by again. Alright, time to break her down. Aw man, I was expecting like a funny gif to appear of like baby dancing or something. Oh my god! Baby is sized like her other MOCs at about a 1/6 scale. She's a sturdy 36 centimeters tall, or to translate for our friends across the pond, 43 barleycorns. That means she's to scale with Papa Springtrap. How cute. To hold all that weight, she needs to be durable, and that starts where the carnage happens. Opening her stomach and breastplates flashes you with Technic. Now, the initial plan for the scooper was to have a remote activation feature or some longer extension arm, but I genuinely feel like I need a PhD in LEGO engineering to pull that off, and I really tried. In prototyping, the arm didn't work consistently, and there were a few points of failure that just led to frustration. What I settled on is basically a drawer. The scooper slides on this track and is stopped by these studs. Then you can turn the grabber and it opens and closes. It doesn't go out as far as it should, but it's simple, consistent, and satisfying to use. And big shout out to 2-in-1 bricking. I adapted the grabber design from this video. To reset it, just straighten it and push it all back in. And the outer shell is stunning. The shaping is near perfect. Here's a side-by-side. That taper of the lower white portion, the slight overhang of the chest, even this weird indent at the back, which you've never noticed and don't pretend that you have. The fan here can be spun to refrigerate her bait, soft serve, and all these panels are designed to lock everything in. I had to make a few compromises though. I opted not to include her neck cuff because, yeah, otherwise you couldn't do that. And I had to lower the shoulder pads because otherwise you couldn't do that. I know this section is flatter than it should be, but I couldn't afford to sacrifice head and faceplate articulation. Baby's skirt. Oh boy. This was the most difficult thing I've had to design ever. Don't get me wrong, I love how it turned out. But not only did it need to be angled and segmented in 8 to get the right shape, it had to minimize gaps, had to be strong, couldn't stress the pieces, had to leave room for the hip joints, couldn't be too tall, just so many requirements, and every stupid octagon I cranked out did not satisfy them all. I knew it would be trouble, so it was the first thing I tried to design, but it defeated me. 2 weeks of work and no results. For my own sanity, I had to move on. But when I came back, instantly solved. Here's the proof of concept I landed on. I'd connect the dress segments to the side panels, I'd pivot the legs just below the skirt, I'd use clever technique for the 45s, and yeah, in the end, it looks incredible. Just a side note, when transporting her, it's best to remove her head and pick up the rest of her body with 2 hands like so. The skirt makes it kind of difficult to handle all in one go. Moving down to her legs, I made sure the roundness and bulkiness was on point. In fact, they're impossibly bulky in the reference. They clip into each other. So I took a note from her movie appearance and, ignoring the British man between her thighs, reshaped them to physically work. All the gray panels are 1-to-1, even the placement of her pins, which, oh look, don't fly off when you breathe on them. Stability is king here, so there's technique running through both legs, and her knees use not 1, but 2 rotation joints. Her knee pads are also accounted for, and they fall with gravity as the legs adjust. Baby's designed to be pretty stationary, but you can rotate her hips forward and back a click, out a click, then her knees can rotate by 2 clicks. Her feet use this genius double ball joint piston mechanism, which responds to the position her legs are in. I ripped the idea from a Ninjago mech, but made it nice and compact, and if LEGO themselves use that technique to hold up units like these, I figured it could hold up a unit like this. I think I absolutely nailed the shaping of the feet, sized them down a bit, otherwise Baby could not stand perfectly straight and her feet would clip into one another. They are absolute bricks designed to support the 2 pounds of LEGO pressing down on them, and they have stoppers to prevent the legs from moving too far. Mainly right here, where the leg rests on this slope. We decided on these bright orange Technic ball ends for the bells. Golden minifig heads also look good, so take your pick. And this is fun. Her shoes do a little jingle jangle. A happy accident, just by the nature of how it's built to angle that front bit. The arms were pretty straightforward. In terms of their design, I mean. They struggle to aim straight forward, but they still have a fine range of movement. We learned from previous MOCs by beefing up the joints. And we spaced out the limbs for greater articulation because, again, the real baby be clippin'. Like the legs, I'm also very happy with the shaping. The hands are nice and chunky, with rounded digits that fully articulate. Thank you, Lacey, for pushing me towards this design, otherwise the fingers would look very panicular. And she decided on these fingertips. The hollow stud on the end is perfect since
she's equipped with a built-in helium tank for inflating balloons right at her fingertips.
Even got her red palms, which, yeah, not gonna lie, I never noticed she had before making this.
You're welcome!
And we can't forget about her microphone. I designed it to attach in 2 ways. either with an anti-stud to the palm or with pins to the fingers. I'm honestly shocked how accurate I got this thing to look. We threw in a cute little ice cream too, as you've seen. Super simple 5-piece design based on the sprite from the minigame. And now, this thing is dense. Nearly 550 pieces go into the head alone. It was a lot of trial and error, a beast to wrestle with, but I got it to a place I'm very happy with. As you've seen, all 6 faceplates can be posed and hold their position for display. To make it practical and, most importantly, strong, we had to compromise its range of movement. The bottom faceplates can only move out, and the top faceplates can only move up. In-game, they have a wider range of movement, which is hard to accomplish without the back looking like frickin' this thing. The mouth, I knocked out of the park. It looks perfect. The painted lipstick and a smile, the rosy cheeks, the nose made of these new corner slopes. Originally a bit higher, but that clipped the eye when hinging it out, my bad. All of this is accomplished with some gnarly bracket and headlight brick stuff. The smooth shaping continues to the side of the faceplate and even to the bottom. Nothing too crazy going on with the middle plates, but the way the top one has a perfect cutout for this portion is so satisfying. Accurate too. Most of the bulk comes from these top plates. They hinge on double ball joints and wrap snugly around. If you want, you can remove a joint to get slightly more movement even if it's more likely to droop. We decided to make Baby's hair dark orange, since it's a shade darker than the orange on her stomach in her original render. But she's a redhead anyways, right? And that's the color LEGO uses for redheads. I should know. The shape is faithful to that smushed on Play-Doh dude that looks like a bad bowl cut from the back. I took some creative liberty with her pigtails. It's blocky but incredibly stable. And they bounce, a reference to Baby's minigame where they fly wildly when she jumps. Just don't make this baby jump, she might break your floorboards. As we all know, Scott was in his noodle arc when modeling the sister location endos. That's hard to do justice, so I opted to alternate grays to simulate that texture, but my overall ethos here is form at the front and function at the back. Like, the back is just an efficient tangle of Technic to connect the faceplates. The jaw is able to move, thanks to Lacey for that suggestion. And it was also her call to use these gear racks for teeth, which look literally perfect. Her bright green eyes were very important to get right, and I used some half-circle tiles to make them more ovular. These were a big design challenge. I don't know what I was on with this one, by the way. The eyes were another part I attacked very early on since it would dictate the rest of the head's design. 2 candles here, which work great for those tiny fragments between her eyes. The upper half I was forced to flatten. Otherwise, the top faceplate would have no room for inner structure. I integrated in the eyebrow plate, and I love that I was able to squeeze in all the lashes, made of these little tooth pieces. The ends are even slightly inset to give it a curved look. Of course, they're meant to be blue, but these teeth don't come in blue, so black it had to be, but it still looks great. So, closing it all back up and looking at the bigger picture, dang, the struggle was worth it. We're still very intimidated by her size. But she stands up, has some satisfying functions, and most importantly, she looks so freaking good.
Welcome to Scrap or Salvage. This is the segment where we rate official merch to see if our model's up to snuff with the current market. Do we throw them in the back alley or keep them as an attraction?
Remember, it's not an exhaustive list of merch, but just what piqued our interest.
First, let's speedrun through the obligatory Funko stuff.
Here's a pretty solid low-cost figure. Good articulation, no opening faceplates, but that's excusable. What's inexcusable are the lack of pins on her limbs, and the orange on the stomach plate and microphone should be brighter. Salvage, I guess. Funko Slot back at it again with a 1,000-yard stare and square heads. She looks like she's about to walk into her parents' bedroom and say she threw up or something. Plus a jump scare variant, but still, scrap.
Mystery Minis! We love gambling. It's nice, very chibi. Reminds me of the Living Tombstone. They even got the pins on this tiny thing, so no excuses, brand. Even the jump scare variant keeps the cuteness. Cinema. Salvage.
Yeah, not a fan of this snap style. I like the concept, but they're just so deformed. Like, Baby got them anchor arms. The opened faceplate is a separate attachment. Props to the hair for actually being a distinct color like it's supposed to be. Still gonna throw this in the back alley.
This one is just a beta, so we're gonna judge it as a beta. As it stands, it already looks peak. And it has a faceplate opening mechanism? Oh hell yeah! The head is a tad thin though, but with Jazzer's reputation, they're sure to clean it up before release. Salvage. Honestly, we've given McFarlane a lot of crap, but the sculpt and segmentation are pretty...
Cheeto lips! Cheeto lips!
Face first into the cheese ball!
And an easy getting Chester cheesy!
Hey yo, the Cheetos here.
Can't wait to cheese you! You can see the cheese cultures in her teeth.
You twos are at it again with a solid figure. It's not out yet as of recording, so we'll see how it looks in person, but I love the pose, the faceplates being slightly open, and it isn't over-stylized. It captures all the detail it needs to. Salvage.
This duck terrifies me. Look how detailed it is. How does a duck look better than any of the other merch? Who would even buy this? Me.
So, on a scale of
Salvage, by the way.
On a scale of postpartum depression to affordable childcare, what are these metrics? Baby is on the upper end. There's some great stuff out there and even greater stuff coming, including our model. Shoot, what was that?
So either it's our neighbors getting freaky again, or someone's in trouble. Rude.
Maybe we should call a plumber?
The hell are the Mario Brothers gonna do? Whatever, let's just see where she's going.
I've got a bad feeling.
And you're sure you saw her come down here?
Positive. This is kinda, their home.
Whoa. Your bank account must be cooked, G.
Thought this place would keep them locked up tight, but, I made a severe and continuous lapse in my judgment.
Oh, did you now?
Jesus Christ!
It's okay. I think she's deactivated.
So, how do we pop this soda can?
Well, first we gotta find a control panel and then...
Help! Get me out of this stupid robot!
I'm sorry. Adults are talking.
We're trying to get you out, so we'd appreciate if you... Shut your trap.
How do you even know what to press?
Scott Coffin game design. Got it. Oh, you look nothing like your sprite.
You got a problem with that?
No, it's just, we
Just
didn't,
a bit misleading is all.
Yeah, just a bit.
Yeah, just a little.
A little bit.
I'm sorry.
Thanks anyways. I need to lay off the big doiks for real.
Did I catch you off guard?
Let's add Baby to the collection. Another member of the Afton family, right next to her dad. She really is a monster next to these guys. It took a lot of effort to push this baby out, but it was a labor of love. Dang it, now I'm doing it. Again, you can find a link to the instructions in the description and pinned comment. If you want to buy it to support what we do here, we'd greatly appreciate it. Plus, whenever we release a new MOC, our other MOCs go on sale, so check them out too.
With Baby complete, we've got one more MOC coming later this year. A very iconic character who really needs no introduction.
Subscribe, or we are making this shit next. I'm warning you.
But seriously, you don't want to miss that reveal and some other fun stuff we've got planned for the future. As always, let us know who you want to see next. We read every comment and hopefully strike a balance between what you want and how best to fill out our roster. Even if it takes a while to happen, I'm sorry these videos take so long to make.
I'm not sorry. You can't rush perfection. Anyways, catch you on the flip side. See ya!
Boo! Get off of me!